conjecture. Now basically what it is, induction begins by observations. We have already discussed these things, and from observations we arrive at some tentative conclusions called conjectures. I am just writing it first, just defining it, and then I am going to explain it. Now, induction begins by the observations. We have already discussed this thing, and from the observations we arrive at some tentative conclusions. These are called conjectures, or you can write it theorems also. Now, a conjecture may be true or false. To prove such statements, the well-suited principle is used. To prove such statements, the well-suited principle is used with some specific technique that is called principle of mathematical induction. Now, just giving you this definition, this shows what? This shows that what we are going to do in the induction, and basic what is the principle of mathematical induction. Principle of mathematical induction means a special technique that is going to prove some conjectures, some statements that can be true or can't be true depending upon the reasoning. Okay, but we are assuming that it is always true. Now, how it is, that we are going to discuss it. And now just for an example we are having, suppose it is sum of n natural numbers, starting from 1, n plus 1 upon 2. Now, this is a conjecture that sum of the n natural numbers starting from the 1, the result is n times n plus 1 upon 2. When you are getting it, when you are solving it, you are getting the right result. Okay. So, how to prove this? We are going to use some special techniques, and that is called what? Principle of mathematical induction. So, second example it can be, now suppose we are having 3 raised to power 2n minus 1 is divisible by 8. Now, if you are just go on putting value of n, n for a natural number. Now, just go on putting value of n. Now, first of all, suppose I am just putting n is 1, then this becomes 8. 3 square minus 1, that is 9 minus 1 is 8, 8 is divisible by 8. Then I am going to put n as 2, that becomes 80, 80 divided by 2 by 8, we are getting the result, we can divide it. So, it is not true that I am just going to take number of values for the n and then I am saying you, yeah, this is the result. So, some special techniques we are going to use, that is what? That is principle of mathematical induction.